Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my chat. Massive thank you to everybody for all your lovely comments from last week with the lovely Diane Buswell. I am super excited about this afternoon because we have the most beautiful, talented, lovely Katya Jones. Now, Katya is former British champion, world champion, but of course, former Strictly Come Dancing champion. But to me, just such a lovely friend of 10 years and a real big inspiration. So I'm super excited to welcome Katya. Let's see if she's in the chat. I'm going to search for Katya Jones now. Just waiting for her to come online. Katya Jones. Not just yet. As soon as she comes in, I will be adding her in. I hope you're having a lovely afternoon on this Monday. There we go. Send in request. Yeah, and has anybody been to the shops? Because I know some of the shops have opened today. I haven't. But yeah, has anybody been? What's it like? Is it different? I'd imagine so. Really excited for Katya to join us. We've got, I'm sure, lots of memories to talk about, which I'm sure many of you guys would know about. But also, Katya's just a real inspiration. She really is. British champion and former Strictly Come Dancing champion. So yeah, really lucky. Here she is! Hello, Katya, are you okay?
Hello, Amy. How are you, babe? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, look at this. Sun is shining.
Is that your back garden? Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been gardening a lot?
Do you know what? In the mornings, I come out, I've got my hose pipe, I put a good song, good tune, and I just like water my plants and dance about.
You are always so busy, aren't you, Katya?
Oh, God. Look at this rose. Sorry. I know it's off topic, but look at this. How pretty.
Oh, my goodness. Did you do that? Did you plant that?
It's growing itself, really. I'm not. I'm just making sure it doesn't die.
Good. And how are your little M&S plant pots doing?
They died.
Oh, Katya.
They died. But you know what? I started doing that. It was going really well. And then it was raining a lot. Remember, there was this chunk. It was raining a lot. And they just flooded, sort of thing.
Should have brought them inside.
I should have, yeah. And then there was sun, and then they dried out. And it was just a disaster. But some of them have come out.
Oh.
And I tried to replant them from a small pot into the larger pot. But I stick to dancing, Amy.
Yeah, well, you're super good at that, aren't you? How are you coping in lockdown? Because you're on your own, aren't you? I don't know how I would cope if I was on my own.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I actually keep saying to people, I think it's a blessing. I've been having my own time, doing whatever I want. And you know me, I'm so proactive. I've been doing so much. And don't even know where to start, really.
Yeah, well, you are literally insane. You've always got projects on the go. You are always trying to improve yourself, I always feel, as a person, as a dancer. You are never, ever satisfied, are you?
I'm learning 2 languages.
Wow.
I've started with Spanish, and I've always wanted to do it. And with Gorka, Jeanette, and Karen, I tried to pick up little bits. And it's always been a big dream of mine to do another language. I started it at uni a little bit, but just never had time, right? You know what it's like. I've gone from competitive life. Oh, look at the hair. It's like Beyonce. Oh, yeah.
Wicked.
Gone from competing onto Strictly, like, oh, my God, just never having time. So then as soon as they started talking even about being locked down, it wasn't confirmed. I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to book a Spanish course. So I've done now over 40 lessons, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And about 2 weeks ago, I thought it's not enough. So I started another language. I started Lithuanian as well.
Oh, wow, Katya. And you've been doing loads of piano, a lot of your upcycle as well, I've seen, because you're really into
Yes.
recycling clothes, aren't
So,
you?
Amy, it's been more than 11 months since I've given up any shopping or buying new clothes or receiving any new clothes. So 6th of July is going to be a year, right?
Wow, well done,
Yeah.
you. But you're so good at creating. You were always like stoning dresses, making outfits, coming up with ideas. Any of your students, you would be like the night before, I remember, be up until 4 o'clock in the morning, getting their dresses prepared.
Yeah, no, it started off like from before, and then I made the costumes for Britain's Got Talent when we did Kings and Queens group.
Right.
Actually, not many people know that, but it was 5 couples, and I was part of Kings and Queens group on Britain's Got Talent. And me and Xenia, remember Xenia?
Yep.
She is now a professional dancer on Irish as well, Dancing Stars. We were making costumes till the sun came out the night before, but it was worth it. It was worth it. And then I was making costumes for our show last year, mine and
Yep.
Neil. And I'm doing lots of upcycling. I love it. And especially now, people have been locked out. There's not much earning like coming in.
No.
We were not able to go and buy clothes. So I think it's a really good way to start. It's a good timing now, you know?
I'm not sure you'd want me to make you an outfit, though. Ask Brad where I'm like, I'm terrible.
No, it's fine.
Have you managed to see Crumble? So
Yes,
much you
yes.
love Crumble.
So after, because I had birthday in the lockdown, didn't
Yes.
I?
Oh, I know. Loads of balloons I saw. Yeah, it looked amazing.
I just made a party for myself. Why not?
Yeah.
Made it all really bright and beautiful. I had a tropical themed.
Yeah.
It was really nice. But the thing is, it's really interesting because I know a lot of people who were dreading their birthdays in lockdown.
Yeah.
There's quite a few actually. And because you haven't got physical ability to like come and hug or visit or bring flowers, people really had to put like so much thought behind their presents.
Yep.
It's been one of the best probably birthday like presents I ever got. It was brilliant. The videos I received, the actual presents. I mean, Neil got me a Hoover. Isn't it exciting?
So Neil, and you went to so much effort for his birthday because you got us all doing the video for him as a surprise, didn't you? And doing a song, and you got me singing for him.
Well, Amy, let's put it this way: you kind of talked it.
It's your birthday. We're gonna party.
No, it was like that. Hey Neil, it's your birthday. We're gonna a birthday. We're gonna party like it's a birthday.
When you sent the request, I'm doing a surprise for Neil. Could you sing? I was like, oh no, Neil does not want me to sing on his birthday.
But I made it look good. I did it in time actually. It was a 10-minute long video. It was amazing.
Oh.
And then, because we're a week apart, we're both Tauruses.
Yes.
Then he made a really nice video for me too.
Aww.
And straight after my birthday, I went and got Crumble, just like quick exchange. And I had her for some time.
Oh, lovely. Well,
she got ticks though. So everybody, all the dog owners, very careful. Because we have a high grass where I live. She had ticks. So everybody watch out. Yeah, not in a high grass. Not in a high grass.
Is she okay now?
Yes, I went to the vets, took them out, all good. So she's happy.
Yeah. So you've been keeping super busy. Have you been dancing as well? Of course.
Do you know what? I said it. I was on interview and I said the least thing I've done is dancing.
Katya Jones, that shocks me.
I know until last 2 weeks ago, when me, Joanne, and Sasha, we came up with this plan,
online
7-day course, Beyond Lockdown Empire, and apart from just having coaching and sort of motivational course, career boost, you know, giving everybody, because everyone felt so down. Not everybody, but there's so many people who felt so down. We were like, well, we can share our energy. We have so much.
Yeah.
To everybody. Yeah, thanks, Lauren. The course was amazing. And Fred, everybody, follow Strictly FM, please.
I've seen this. I need to look into Strictly FM.
Amy, Fred, can you ask Amy right now? She'll be your guest. So please, can I, because this course have been a highlight of the entire probably year.
Really?
I'm gonna say lockdown. It just seeing, we just kept giving people. We didn't think about what's gonna happen, but the change in their life, it was so overwhelming. Honestly, everybody is so passionate about what they want. They know exactly what they want. They just needed that extra boost and just sense of community and people on their side. And now they've created their chat. They support each other. They check in on each other. So Fred was my kind of a little personal project. I've spoken to him. He booked like a private lesson, like private one with me. And I've discovered that his talent is he memorizes all this data in his brain in a way that other people can't.
Okay.
He knows all the scores, all the dances, not just the total score, what each judge gave everybody on Strictly.
Wow.
So when I tested him, my jaw dropped. My eyes were on my face. I was like, Fred, we have to make this your thing.
Yeah.
So we created him this account, Strictly FM, and he's already had some good guests, and everyone is so shocked. So Amy, you have to go on it.
Okay then. And I know someone who has to go on it with him then, because I have a little student, Harry, and he remembers all the facts as well.
That's it. So they can
have a competition. Yeah.
Yes. Fred, the game is on.
Oh, brilliant. Because I've seen he's created an Instagram account now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And doing lives.
We sat down, we brainstormed it, we realized what his strengths are, what he's gonna do. We come up with like the design of it. So I'm so proud. But he's not the only one. Everyone on a course has just done so much, and they made us like a 10-minute long video of how grateful they are, and just their stories, and it's just within a week. So it just shows that you can, and everybody can.
It's confidence sometimes as well, isn't it? I think
absolutely. And I think it's so important to have that gang around you, sharing their stories and knowing that there'll be someone next to you supporting you and, you know, believing in you, and yes, you can. This is a good idea, go for it, you know.
Because we're so lucky in our dancing world that we always had that with teachers, didn't we, and families around us. And we actually had the same coach, didn't we, Richard Porter?
We did.
Yes. So I guess that we always have that team and belief, and people who are there for you when things aren't going right to guide you, and also there to celebrate when times are going well. But I guess for other individuals, it's hard, isn't it, to have that?
Yeah. And I think it's really actually important to celebrate those achievements, because I've gone through this stage where I just felt like, even though I've achieved so much by the time I even joined Strictly and wanted, because I sort of never sat down and went, oh my God, I've done really well for myself. There's always something else I needed, and more and more, and just that sit down, appreciate, and let somebody tell you how well you've done, and take it and say, thank you. Yes, I've done really well. You need those moments to go forward, you know?
Yeah. Especially in a competition world, you're just on to the next competition, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's so fast. Back in the training room,
like
more lessons.
Ago to me.
It
what
does.
About you?
I know. So me and Katya, for those who don't know, actually I've known each other for 10 years. And I remember when you came and danced the first nationals in your white outfit.
That's it.
And Neil was all in white as well.
Imagine,
I remember watching you.
All in white shirt. Actually, there's a little secret about this. I remember he had this outfit made. We were all in white. I was fully crystalled. And he went to show it to Richard, our coach, right? Because we always wanted to make sure.
And Richard is very honest, isn't he?
Yes. And there was an issue with Neil's trousers being a little bit too see-through. They were being white. So what he had to do is wear full leggings.
Really?
Yeah, he had like full-on leggings up to his ankles, all in white. Otherwise, it was just too much.
Too much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can remember coming and like, for me and Ben, we absolutely idolized you. Like as we were coming into the amateur, you were like leaving the amateur and turning pro, but we went to Richard, our coach, because we were so inspired by you guys.
Really?
Yeah, and we turned up. We remember you guys announced you were going pro, so Ben was like, right, and we contacted Richard, and we were like, we love Neil and Katya. We know you're their coach, and Ben was like, now one Jones has left the amateur. You need a new Jones to win the amateur.
Oh my God, that is so true.
Yeah, because they both obviously got the same surname.
Yeah.
And but you, as you know, Ben was really obsessed with me as well with Neil.
Aww.
And we had so many
how
trips.
well you've done though.
But we had so many great memories, didn't we? Trips that, remember Assen when we used to drive to Holland overnight?
I love those times. Wasn't it fun?
Yeah, we'd finish the competition on the Saturday night. Then we'd do like an all-nighter to the airport.
Yes.
You would be the only person who can just shut their eyes and sleep anywhere.
Anywhere.
Literally, so long as you could just shut your eyes, you would.
There was
you
a
would fall
lot of
asleep.
photos of me being asleep everywhere. With my
Literally.
mouth wide open.
Neil and Ben would mess about in the front, wouldn't they?
Always.
And then we had our LA trips as well. And actually,
So when Richard moved to LA, we were having, so our coach moved from England to LA, so of course we had to follow him because he took us so far and there's no way we were leaving him. And there was some good memories there, wasn't there?
Really good memories. Actually, I remember you used to watch our lessons and be like, it's this!
I was thinking that I actually have a video somewhere on my old iPad because Richard was always film us. We would come up with new amazing choreography. He would film it to make sure we know it or it looks good. And you were Ben in the background warming up, getting ready for your lesson, like watching us. I remember that.
You're in ours too. You're in the back of shot of ours as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like, I know you the same. Like for me, Richard changed everything on the way I view choreography, the way I dance, the way I teach. And I don't believe
in the best choreographers in the world, 100%.
I know for
he
me,
taught us everything I know, and not maybe 100%. Even the knowledge I took from him, I've taken to Strictly, and maybe that's why I'm able to have this open mind. It's all because he taught us. He gave us tools.
Yeah. And how you can change just a basic and make it look like. He'd want us to create like 10 different ways, and the workshops he used to do. Do you know what I mean? He just opened your mind, and I don't think I would have ever got to Strictly if it wasn't for Richard. I don't think
Richard,
we love you. We'll have to make sure he watches for sure.
Yes. I remember this. That's one of the first lessons. I was like, I did something. He was like, "You look like a tree." And I was like, all right. And he's like, give me 10 different New Yorkers. And I was going, and I was going here. And I was doing this. And I was doing this. What else? Oh my God. But that's how he challenged us, made us better.
Yeah. I'll never forget when we were dancing jive and I had an off-balanced move. And he asked Ben to keep letting go to see if I was on balance, but it was an off-balance move. And then he would just go, right, jive on your own. And he'd press play. And I'd keep falling over. And he'd just stop and play again. Play to the point where I was about to burst into tears, and then I did it, and then he went, there we go, and then he went to give me a hug, and I was like, I'm not hugging you back.
I remember he said, what did he say? I'm gonna make you cry one day. I'm gonna make you cry.
Yeah.
but in LA is the first time. I don't know if you saw, somebody tagged us in a photo prior to this chat. And there's more photos, and I was like, we need to talk about the Asian underdog photo. It did not. Yeah. It wasn't like this in real life. Oh, happy, was it?
It wasn't. So we'd finished lessons for the afternoon, and Richard was very much like, go and have fun, wasn't he? And Neil wanted a burger from Santa Monica. Can you remember? He loved the burgers on the pier.
Yeah.
So, and you always used to get a really nice car so Neil could drive it. Remember, Ben was like, you've got to keep the roof up because Neil and Ben would have got burnt. So we get there, Neil and Ben get the burgers, and then we're on the high street and we see this little dog that is doing loads of tricks, and it's amazing, isn't it?
Was like jumping
You grabbed me.
Hoop.
Yeah, and you grabbed me for a photo and I'm just running with you like, no.
I couldn't understand what's going on. I didn't realize your fear of dogs.
Yeah, because I got bit. I think hang on, your connections went a little bit then, Katya. Katya, I think your connection's gone. Katya? I think she's having connection problems. I can see she's doing the impression of the dog. We'll see if she comes back now. I let her know now. Katya's cutting out, yeah. I'll carry on with this story until it comes back, and if she doesn't come back, Alexa's going to invite her back.
Hello?
She's back! Yay!
Do you know what happened? My phone got too hot.
Oh no, don't worry. These things happen. You know what? You paused.
Yeah, and then it died.
You paused like this. You paused like that. I think you were doing the impression of the dog like jumping up onto me.
For about 5 minutes.
Can you remember? Yeah, I just ran, didn't I? I was gone.
I was like, what's going on? It's like this size dog. Oh, how did that come about? Why?
I know. And then I got bit by a dog.
Oh,
yeah. But I am trying. I am getting better, and I'm fine now with dogs that I know and familiar. It's just to begin with.
Have you met
And
Crohn?
Ben really wants. Yes. Because remember, Neil likes to take the mick, and Neil remember when I was living with Oti? He brought Crumble in my room. Yeah. And then he'd sit it on. I wouldn't be looking, and you guys would come in because we all lived in the same apartment block. You'd come in. I wouldn't know, and I'd be just sat there, and the next thing, Crumble's on my lap.
I know, and you were like a spider, some sort of spider.
And then another time, Neil loves pranks, doesn't he? Another time, he'd come into my bedroom, put Crumble in, and then shut the door. So I'm just locked in the room with Crumble.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. Neil used to love his pranks, didn't he? No, I know. And I'm fine with dogs. If I get to know them, it's just the initial meeting. I'm just a little bit wary, but it's something I do want to get better at. And Ben would love a dog. And they say if you have a dog from a puppy, it helps.
Yes, definitely. Because it's
so
like
we
your
need
baby,
to get a dog.
Your puppy.
It is.
Puppy or a baby first?
Remember all those pranks? Yeah. Ooh. Puppy.
Neil used to say, if you have a dog, it gives you 2 years off having a child.
Oh, really? I don't know how you feel, but I definitely want a family, and I talk about it a lot. But I'm not done with my dancing yet.
I know. Do you know what? I love Strictly. It's the best job I have ever done, and I would never be tired or uninspired by it. I'm already thinking like, oh my God, I want to be back. I want to be back with everybody. But I do miss just going onto that floor and whacking out like a good samba or a good rumba. It just feels so good.
So good. And even get given like a routine on Strictly from like Nathan for commercial, and us having to test ourselves. I love that. And aching. I love the feeling after a long rehearsal day. I just love it.
It's the best. I know exactly what you mean. You're tired, but it's just from the best reason ever.
Yeah.
You know?
And isn't it like no one gets like, I guess if you're not in it, the adrenaline rush we get from the end of our performance. It doesn't matter which celeb.
My first thing is, I would never forget, it's the first ever red carpet when I just joined. Do you remember that?
Yes. You held my hand walking out. Remember?
That feeling, you were like, And I said, Amy, you will never forget this feeling. Trust me. I did it last year, whatever it was 2 years. It is, isn't it? It's just something you can't describe.
They open the curtains and then the crowd is going mad, isn't it? It's just like electrifying. And I remember being quite emotional in the day, like, this is it. I'm on Strictly, like, and I've watched this, and all day you were going, this is the best feeling. You are gonna love it. And yeah, the energy, like we get in the car afterwards, and we didn't want it to end, did we?
No. This is how I am. You know, on Saturday live shows, after I'm buzzing so much, I don't sleep till like 6 a.m. I often choreograph if we're through the next dance through the night.
Yeah, me too.
Buzzing. Yeah.
And then if I wake up, like, Ben will be like, you need to rest, and we'll go and choreograph later in the afternoon. I am like, boom, awake, and I want to do it.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't need to sleep when I was Strictly. And it's not because I had to. It's just the excitement, adrenaline. And,
and you get so involved in everyone you do, don't you? You're like watching everybody, you give comments, you're helping.
But we're all the same.
Yeah. And I never forget. I did the show dance, and I look at you, and you were crying in Claude's area. You were like, that made me cry, Amy. And like, they're grabbing me to go to hair and makeup for the jive. And you were like, I need to tell her.
and that's why, like, you know, I always say, people, the viewers, they won't buy fake. Like, we genuinely so supportive. And if we feel the need just to give a little subtle advice, or if you need help, we always feel like we can come up to any of us and be like, I just struggle, or I need advice, or is this okay? Or and the support when you succeed, nobody is ashamed to give you that high five. Well done, you smashed it.
Yeah, and that's something the public don't always see today, that in Claude's area, after the cameras go off, that's what we're all like. Do you know what I mean? We're all celebrating so much. If someone's like, you know, like Mike, after that quick step, what was it like up in Claude's area after that quick step? It was just brilliant.
And we always think of something to do, don't we? We were like, let's do the kicks, or let's like whatever the dance they did. We always try to come up with something. Yeah.
And I just can't wait. I just like, I'm like you. I think we're quite similar in that. Like, we're not ready yet to kind of let go of our dancing at all.
Not even my dance. That's why I love this. Strictly gives us opportunity to do the amazing pro dances. Like, we're with you, like, we just go for it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I honestly, if you're in a rehearsal room, you will always see, me and Diana will say this about you, you're in the corner, like, practicing, trying to think. You're learning everyone else's part that you're not even in. You do.
I mean, this is kind of my downside as well. I'm constantly watching somebody's going wrong. I'm like, no.
Oh, no, I love that about you. And I just think that shows how, you know, invested you are into your dancing and your career, and how driven you are. It really is. And I think you'll be quite shocked when I've had like the highest of times of you and me where we've been at Blackpool and achieved, but also you've been there at my lowest of times, and especially one incident this year when you've seen me from literally at my highest making a final to then where I was literally, guys, in a hotel calling Katya, and then Katya had to call an ambulance, didn't you?
Yes.
And bless.
It was definitely an experience, and I'm so glad that I was there, Amy, because I now know exactly what I have to do. I feel so that I can be there for you at any time. I'm not afraid of it, and like the fact that I had to be the strong one. You know, I couldn't. I was like, right, yes. What do? Keep calm, and it's completely different, you know, because I just knew I had to be that person. But now I'm so glad that I feel like I can be there for you at any time. I've gone through it, you know, with you, and it's amazing. But I was also there when you got the Hello Award.
Yeah, actually this time last year.
Oh, this is when you just spoke out about it, didn't you? When you decided to take it public, and we were just like so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. And I had no idea. And I remember how nervous I was. Remember with my speech to, I was so scared. But no, Katya, you were amazing when I was ill. And to those listening, Katya literally, not only did she call the ambulance, she sat with me, and then she was adamant to come with me in the hospital.
Yes.
Then she stayed till 3 a.m. in the morning until I fell asleep, and then you went back.
Yes, of course. Like, I feel like this is what anybody would do, you know, and it wasn't even a question. Like, it wasn't even a question. So it's my... I would just keep being on the phone to Ben, wasn't I? I was like, Ben, what's I do?
I think at one stage you had the ambulance. I'm sure if I recall this right, I might have not. And Ben, and you were just doing this. So
Yes,
Ben was speaking to the ambulance.
I was.
On two phones. You had my phone.
Was asking me the things I didn't know the answers. I was like, Ben, talk, and I had two phones against each other.
Only Katya Jones would think of that.
It's so important that you speak about it, you know. With even for me, that experience was eye-opening. Absolutely eye-opening. And I told you that I saw you throughout the day, you know. Already I just saw little things where you were just a bit more quiet, or you know, you had to lay down. So I kept an eye, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on you. And I feel like that's why you're like, you knew that I'm watching you. You know,
you come back with me in the lift.
Yes,
and you said to me, "This is my room number," because you could tell. Could you remember?
Yes,
I didn't.
Absolutely.
I went the lift, not the stairs, and you were just. You didn't like take your eyes off me, and then you were
awake.
Then you said, "This is my room number. If you need me."
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so important. There's for others as well. There's nothing wrong to say, do you know what, I'm unwell, or I need help. I don't think, never be ashamed of that.
No, absolutely. And I think that's why I spoke out about it. And it doesn't stop me, you know. I do have my darkest of days, but at the same time I've been in a Strictly final. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't stop you from creating your dreams, and that's why I want to help with others.
About as in between being completely unaware of what's going on, I would try to keep a conversation with you and be like, "Oh, Amy, come on, what's your favorite dance?" and this and that, and you would make jokes and stuff, and I was like, "How are you still making jokes?"
Yeah, but no, thank you for that. And I know you've known about my condition for a very long time, haven't you? But
not as long as when you competed. That really actually was surprising, and that again shows how amazing, dedicated you are, because I don't think many people in the competitive dance world knew at all.
No,
because you always came out, you always delivered your best, an amazing outfit, giving it all and face and what you've achieved. So when I actually did find out, I was like, wow, are you being serious? And then you would be like, oh yeah, I was in hospital for half a year, you know, if you like, not,
yeah.
And you still won the British Championship. That's how you do it.
I think I never wanted people to judge me for that. I always wanted, and I think that's why I didn't speak out about year one, because I wanted to be known for Amy, the dancer, or for me, not you know how people are in this world as well. Oh, yeah, she won because of this. Do you know what I mean? I wanted people to see me for who I am. And I always said, yes, I've got Crohn's disease, but it doesn't define me. It's part of me, but it doesn't make me who I am today. And that's why I try to tell when I meet youngsters now who are being diagnosed with it, I try to say to them, yes, it's part of you, but it's going to make you stronger, and you're going to have some more life experiences to other, but it doesn't define you. It doesn't end there.
No. And you know what's really interesting? Yesterday I was speaking to a friend, and she mentioned that her sister has Crohn's. And I felt like, oh my God, I felt enlightened. So I knew, and we spoke about it, and even it's so interesting, hers is very different to yours, because it does come in different shapes and forms, doesn't it?
Yes, and it depends what part of the intestine it affects, to what symptoms you get with it.
Yeah, so, yeah. And we were just talking, because she also didn't realize that it's not the same for older people. And I said to her, yeah, it's not the same, because, you know, Amy's like this. And she's like, oh, my sister's completely opposite. And it was it's really, for both of us, so educational to know that it doesn't always come out the same.
Yeah.
And she also said that took so long for them to diagnose it. Nobody can understand what is it.
No, and as you know, that was the same problem with me. And I have two cousins with Crohn's, and again, totally different to me with
Different,
their
yeah.
symptoms. Yeah, so although then I have met others who are like me. So, but
Yeah.
that's what's so lovely about the Strictly family as well, isn't it? How we're all just so understanding and just so there for each other, aren't we? And I
Yeah.
think people go, yeah, but I can remember you when I got announced on going, you're going to love it. We're all one big family, Amy. And I was like, you know, at first you're like, yeah, of course. And then literally you're like, it really
It
is.
really is. And bless
It
you,
really
remember
is.
your first week, you hurt your neck. She just came
Yeah.
in the dream job of her life. She's with everybody doing all this amazing routines. Hurt her neck, and the rest of the week had to have to get braced.
Yeah. And I was like dancing like this, wasn't I? And on the director's tapes, when we'd look back throughout the year, you'd see me like in Run Boy Run, just past the camera with this on.
Oh, it must have been so annoying. Like, no!
And I didn't really know everybody then as well, so I was just thinking, what are they thinking? I can remember you coming up to the because you lived a few floors below us. You came up to the apartment, and I obviously had to go off, and you walked into my bedroom, and I was just sat there with this brace, and you were like, don't cry, don't cry.
Yeah. And I remember also like, hey, why are you so quiet? You're such a chatterbox. This is not even like, no, you don't know anybody. I was like, you know me.
Neil kept laughing. He kept looking and going, look at Amy, look at Amy. And I was just there like...
That was the first question I remember when you got confirmed. You messaged me like, what do I wear for the rehearsal? That was your first question.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And I think this is so different to competitions where we'd wear dresses to training and skirts and leg warmers, and then obviously because of Strictly we're doing more than Latin and ballroom styles, and it's a lot longer hours you're training for,
It's
and
long
lifts.
hours. You can't wear heels all the time.
No.
Your legs.
Otherwise I think I probably would have turned up with a fringe black dress on my heels and my leg warmers, probably.
But you know what? I think you have influenced many of us, because every now and then you would wear like a nice practice dress, and I started feeling like, you know what, I missed that. I'm gonna wear that.
I did this year, didn't I? In particular, I kept wearing my wrap dress.
And now I remember I was doing samba with Mark, and I was like, I'm gonna wear a fringe dress. I want to shake it about, you know.
Yeah, and you said you wanted that feeling like you'd been to assembly. Actually, talking about assembly, I remember buying one of your old dresses off you, and you in Assembly's, this place in London where all dancers used to go and train all the best dancers throughout the world.
Legendary practice.
Yeah,
all the legends of the dance world have practiced there.
Yeah, and I was like so scared to talk to you, and I messaged you on Facebook saying, because you were selling some dresses, could I try on some of your dresses? And that night you just give me all your dresses, and I bought the gold one, with the black gloves.
Oh my god, I love. Yes,
the back, the frill on the back. Great. I bought that off you.
Sequin, like fully sequin, wasn't it?
You wore it at the UK Open, I think.
Oh my god, isn't it crazy?
I know, and now, then I'm walking out to do my first red carpet, and you remember you held my hand because all of the press was there.
It was the gold dresses, wasn't it?
Yeah, the gold dresses.
Yeah.
And we were walking out, and you could just see I was a little bit nervous. And remember, there's a picture of us holding hands.
Exactly, because it was kind of outside, wasn't it? And
yes,
people staring at photographs being taken. You were just like squeezing my hand.
Yeah.
I said, take my hand. We're gonna walk right through, smile, and we've got this.
And then, do you remember? Me, you, and Oti were the very last ones to be paid. And I turned round backstage, and I said to you, Joe McFadden, I looked at Oti, Joni Peacock, and Brian. You were like, no.
Yeah. You were right. Basically,
yeah.
You were.
I was right.
Oh.
Well, we've got amazing memories, haven't we? And I reckon loads more to come. And what I love about you is just how it's still so inspiring in the way you just want to create. You want to improve your dancing. You're always watching, and you're never scared to ask somebody like, how do I do this? How does this look? Like, you're literally, honestly, to anybody, like Katya is so dedicated, is unreal. But also, I love how you're never scared to take risks for your choreography. And that, like, I always like, I think like, it takes, like, things you do just takes guts, and you just don't care. You're like, and that's why made like history, history with some of your routines on Strictly Come Dancing, as we all know.
Uh-huh.
Ed Balls, Gangnam Style. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just amazing. You had the entire nation doing your Argentine tango lift with Joe McFadden.
I was teaching somebody over Zoom to do this.
Oh, wow.
It was a bit of a failure. It's hard not to be there. I had a lesson, and this girl, and her sister comes running and was like, "Oh my God, you two have to try this move." And I was trying to explain. It was so hard over Zoom.
I remember students, parents of mine, Mark Young and Tim Blewett, were doing it in the living rooms. I can remember literally you finished the live show and I was showing you, my students are already doing it. Then there was the parents of that of the Argentine tango, literally, and that was like 10 minutes after the show, and you had people up dancing. And these are parents. It is. Right, I'm going to ask you some questions now.
Oh.
Right, this is a segment which, what were you doing? Right, so, easy to begin with.
I did have to research it because I was like, oh my God. Right, go on.
What was you doing this time last week?
So, where are we? Monday, right?
Monday
the 8th. I was actually recording some stuff.
Okay, I know what.
Teaching over Zoom, I had the full day of lessons as a result of Beyond Lockdown Empire. Yeah, it was such a successful week that I had to like carry on teaching. So I was teaching, and I love teaching. I absolutely love teaching. And even over Zoom, I've been teaching my mum dancing over the phone.
Yeah, she's amazing, Katya's mum. So good.
Everybody was so grateful that we did this dancing in the course. Yeah, it was just so rewarding to teach people. I love it.
Yeah. So guys, and my students, get in contact with Katya, get your lessons in. Yeah. Yeah. Okay then, what were you doing a year ago?
Actually, a year ago, we were rehearsing for our own show, mine and Neil. So a show called Somnium that was in Sadler's Wells Theatre. So after from about June, yes, we started. It was intense training, and it was amazing. Do you know what, having that experience of having your own show on stage, you know what it's like. And this year, obviously, for so many, it's been cut short, but that feeling coming out, and especially me and Neil, we did everything ourselves. I loved it, and I did all the costumes. I didn't really stick much that top period.
You did everything for it.
Yeah, Neil designed the whole set. We came up with the script. Obviously, he choreographed. I did the choreographed costumes. Came up with design, and only he just wanted 5, I think 6 quick change dresses from me, all different. And I was like, yeah, sure, Neil. Only, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Okay then, 5 years ago.
So that takes us back to 2015.
I know the answer.
I looked it up. It was just after Blackpool. So we would have finished Blackpool. Yeah. And I was in Russia for my friend's hen party. That was it.
And then where was you going?
Did I go to LA?
Yeah, and it's 5 years since that photo of us and the dog next week.
Oh, I just hit my head on the piano.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's 5 years since
5 years!
Yeah! 5 years! And we went up Terranea. We was watching the dolphins from Terranea. We went to Santa Monica. We did the cinema and we watched John Wick.
Is that what we watched? Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I just wish we can go and see Richard again really soon. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It really would be, yeah. And I think we would be totally different as well because we are not training. I think we'd be more relaxed. Do you know what I mean? We'd join Maria and have some martinis, cocktails with her because we were always so strict with our diet and competitions and everything, wouldn't we? I think now
lesson schedule would come for lessons. Now it's more like friends and casual, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I think even like we'd go out in LA, but you're still thinking of the choreography or the lesson you've just learned, wouldn't you? So
yes, definitely.
Oh, that's 5 years ago. How much of our lives changed, Katya, in 5 years?
I mean, not even 5. I feel like every little burst of life is just, it's like little chapters, a completely different one from that. It's mental. Yeah. So exciting though, right?
I know.
So
right then, 10 years ago.
Oh, I don't think I found that. That's 2010.
You'd been 21. You'd have been 21.
Yes, so that would be, again, we would have done Blackpool because every
Yes.
end of May, June, I saw it was the dress. Remember the when I had the bright yellow with the massive flower?
Yes. Yeah.
It was
The
that
luminous.
year. It
Yeah.
was, the luminous
And the bright
yellow.
pink lips.
Yeah, and what I remember, first dance, first round, my nails, somebody hit me, and we always used to have like this long competition nails.
Yes.
Literally came completely off. Blood was like on Neil's shirt, on my dresses, everywhere, and it was pumping the entire competition. When you have like
and then at night it's the same. Then when you go to bed, I remember when you broke your toe as well. I can remember you coming off and Neil and me asking Neil, and he's like, I think she's broke her toe. But you would be like by the side of stage, and then when you'd walk onto the dance floor, like there was nothing wrong at all.
I remember in between dances, I'd squeeze Neil, I would dig my nails. I was in so much pain. I'd dig my nails into his hand. He would be like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. But we smiled and carried on.
Smile, yeah. So what were you doing, though, 10 years ago? Do you reckon, were you living in England with Neil's parents?
Yes. And now I reckon, because normally straight after Blackpool, I'd go to Italy, see my parents in our holiday flat. So I reckon this is what I did, because that would be the normal situation.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any photos, so it's hard.
It is, isn't it? And then it's surprising how fast life goes, isn't it?
So much time. I just remember every Blackpool, I just remember by the dresses.
Yeah, that's the same.
It's that dress. Oh, it was that dress. Oh, it was that. It's the only way I remember it.
Okay, then 20 years ago. So you were 11. You were in school?
I was in my 4th year. So in Russia, we start like proper secondary school. Is it secondary? So we go nursing, kindergarten, and school. So whatever school it is.
Okay, yeah.
At 7 we start. So I would have been on summer holidays, because we finish, holidays begin from May. So you have June, July, August completely off, 3 months. And you restart again in September. So I would have been just on summer holidays having the best time. Or maybe dancing camp also, because I was dancing by then.
I can imagine you were a very good girl in school. Very bright, obviously, but also very good.
I was very, always try. Like, I needed to have all high marks. Like, if I didn't, it would drive me crazy.
I was the same.
Yeah. I had to be like the best, and university the same. Yeah.
My teachers used to say, like, they would literally knock be sat down to eat their lunch at dinner. And then it'd be a knock on the door, and it'd be like, it's Amy, like, because they knew. And I'd be like, so there's a question that I need to know. And they're like, can you wait? And I'd be like, no. And it wouldn't be a question that they could just get answers straight away. They'd have to get the textbooks out. That's how like full on I was. And I needed to know there and then. I think Katya's paused again. Guys, do you? I think she has. Hi, Katya. Oh, bless it. It's like we've been speaking 5 minutes, but it hasn't. It's like 40, 50 minutes. That's what's so lush when a Strictly lot get together. It's like it was, we just can't stop chatting. Let's see if she's back yet. I know she'll be going, no! I know Katya right now. She'll be so frustrated, bless her. Isn't she just fab though, guys? She is just amazing, literally, and so inspiring. And like, it just shows you the fact that she's learning 2 languages during lockdown. And like, I've seen like constantly on her Instagram, she's playing the piano, she's making something, she's doing dance lessons. And yeah, I just find her so, so, so inspiring. Hopefully we get her back. I'm hoping so. Katya? Not there yet. I'll send you a little message and see if that helps. Thank you for bearing with us, guys. These things happen. Technical issues. I know I was out in the garden on a Zoom Strictly call the other week, and my laptop overheated. And yeah, it's so frustrating, isn't it? But things that can't be helped. I bet you her phone is overheated again. Let me just try one more time, see if she's back. Thank you for bearing with us, guys. Not back yet. I'll give it one more minute. But people asking questions. Always technical issues. Yes. She's a friend worth waiting for. Absolutely. Of course she is. Yeah. Let's see if she's back now. I know with lots of shows and everything they've got online at the moment, this is how they're all doing it, isn't it? And it's such hard work, but production teams have all just been so amazing, and just how everything life has changed recently. And I know a lot of my kids are doing and responding so amazing with learning online with the Dance Academy, and those are learning online as well. I know, speaking to my students through school, and yeah, I know a lot of people are working from home as well. Just is incredible how quickly everybody has quickly adapted, isn't it? It really is. Katya, no Katya still. Give her one more minute because I'd love to thank her and say goodbye, because yeah, I think she's such an inspiration, and like she said, she's helped so many people with her online course, which that is just amazing. And she's helped me in the past, number one, being an inspiration and the reason why Ben and I went to our coach. And then also when I've had some lower times or some exciting times, she's definitely been there and supported me. Let's give it one more go. And if not, no, her phone must have overheated. Well, I'm going to say a massive, massive thank you to Katya. Lucky enough, that was my last question. What was you doing this time 20 years ago? We've had a friendship now for 10 years, and I'm sure we're going to have another 10 happy years of lots of memories, exciting times, times where we're crying, with laughter. But yeah, and I'm sure, like our lives, as we said, have changed so much in 5 years. I'm quite excited to see where our lives will be in 5 years' time. But hopefully it's inspired some of you guys with Katya's chat, and to have confidence and to go out there and aspire to reach your dream. You can do it. Dream big. So I'm sending lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in to my Monday Amy's Chats. Biggest thanks goes to Katya Jones. She has just been fabulous.